Samuel Langhorne Clemens had been a riverboat pilot from February of 1857 to May of 1861, primarily navigating the lower Mississippi River from New Orleans to St. Louis. James Buchanan was president. Abraham Lincoln was inaugurated in March of 1861. Sam was renewing his pilot's license. The Civil War broke out, and by the end of April, Sam's career on the river was over. Lincoln appointed Orion Clemens, Sam's older brother, secretary of the new territorial government of Nevada. 3 months after leaving the river, Sam was on his way to Nevada on the overland stage from St. Joseph, Missouri to Carson City. Richard Francis Burton, an English explorer, geographer, translator, writer, soldier, orientalist, cartographer, ethnologist, spy, linguist, poet, fencer, and diplomat, famed for his travels and explorations in Asia, Africa, and the Americas, as well as his extraordinary knowledge of languages and cultures. According to one count, he spoke 29 European, Asian, and African languages, traveled the same route just a year before. Sam Clemens and Richard Burton both took a steamboat from St. Louis to St. Joseph, and neither had much to say about the trip. Burton does address the physical characteristics of the Mississippi River drainage basin and presents arguments as to why the Missouri River should not be considered as the Mississippi's headwaters. This is what Twain had to say about the trip. We were 6 days going from St. Louis to St. Joe, a trip that was so dull and sleepy and eventless that it has left no more impression on my memory than if its duration had been 6 minutes instead of that many days. No record is left in my mind now concerning it but a confused jumble of savage-looking snags, which we deliberately walked over with one wheel or the other, and of the reefs which we butted and then retired from and climbed over in some other softer place, and of the sandbars which we roosted on occasionally and rested, and then got out our crutches and sparred over. In fact, the boat might almost as well have gone to St. Joe by land, for she was walking most of the time anyhow, climbing over reefs and clambering over snags patiently and laboriously all day long. The captain said she was a bully boat, and all she wanted was more sheer and a bigger wheel. I thought she wanted a pair of stilts, but I had the deep sagacity not to say so. From Richard Burton, according to Lieutenant Warren, who endorses the careful examination of the parties under Governor Stevens in 1853, the Missouri is a superior river for navigation to any in the country except the Mississippi below their junction. It has, however, serious obstacles in wind and frost. From the Yellowstone to its mouth, the breadth when full varies from 1/3 to half a mile. In low water, the width shrinks and bars appear. This stretch of the river crossed the state of Missouri from east to west. Missouri was about to become a rather dangerous place to be. It was a border state with dual governments, pro-Union and pro-Confederacy. It has been described as enduring a neighbor against neighbor intrastate war within the larger national civil war. Over 1,200 distinct fights occurred in the state. The first major battle of the Civil War west of the Mississippi, took place August 10th, 1861, just 3 months after the Clemens brothers passed through.